Welcome friends. Let us go for the new lesson, that is chemical kinetics. Before going to the chemical kinetics, what generally chemistry stands for? Chemistry is the study of transformations. Chemistry is the study of exchanges. Chemistry is the study of reactions. That is, the substances with one set of properties change to the substances with another set of properties. That particular study is majorly involved in the chemistry. And here, these particular transformations are symbolically represented with the help of some symbols that makes us easy. Yes, what is the substance that underwent the transformation? What is the substance that has formed? And what are the conditions under which particular reaction conditions, under which particular transformation conditions this transformation is executed? These of all things are indicated in the form of an equation that is said to be the chemical reaction. Whereas in that equation, some substances are written towards the left, some substances are written towards the right. In the mid, we will keep an arrow mark. Whereas those substances written towards the left end of the arrow are said to be the starting materials. What we can say? Starting materials. And those which are written towards the right end of the arrow are said to be the product materials, otherwise the final materials. In the mid of the substances of one set to the substances of another set are substances of initial to the substances of formed. In the mid we will keep an arrow. On that arrow generally we will write the conditions, that is temperature, pressure, catalyst, time or any other reagent. Such kind of information is written on the arrow. Thus the chemical transformation is technically represented in such a easy manner that what are the substances are participated in the reaction, what are the substances those are formed in the reaction, and what are the conditions those are applied for the execution of the transformation or the change is indicated in a simple manner. And this particular representation study is said to be the reaction study. Yes, the study of the chemical transformation in the form of equations is said to be the chemical reaction study, that is also known as chemistry also. Yes, for a chemical transformation or a chemical change or for a chemical reaction, suppose R gives P, reactants are converted to products. In a simplest manner I am representing, that is R is converted to P under some reaction conditions. This particular a normal transformation, a chemical exchange or a chemical transformation includes two important things. One is the happening of the reaction, happening of the transformation, that is occurrence of the transformation or the possibility of the transformation. And the other required feature for the chemical transformation is speed of the reaction, that is time taken for completion of the reaction. These terms are technically represented with some new words, that is feasibility of the reaction, and second one is time taken for completion, speed of the reaction, that is indicated by rate. Rate is the speed of the reaction, the time taken for completion of the reaction, whereas happening, occurrence, possibility is indicated with a technical word, that is feasibility. These are the two important things for every chemical transformation or for every chemical reaction. Whereas feasibility related information is studied with the help of thermodynamics, and the other important part of the chemical transformation, that is speed. Speed related information is studied under kinetics. Now, whereas the feasibility information is coming from the thermodynamics, that has given with a new symbol, that is delta G, which is known as free energy of the reaction or Gibbs free energy of the transformation. Whereas if this Gibbs free energy symbolically gives the information about the possibility of the reaction, and this delta G Gibbs free energy is related to the other thermodynamic properties like delta H as well as delta S entropy, whereas delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. Overall, these two quantities interrelation reveals the quantity associated with the delta G. If delta G is having positive sign, that is non-spontaneous, not occurs in the forward direction, not interested to happen in forward direction. Delta G is equal to 0. It reached already equilibrium. No way moves in forward direction or nor moves in the backward direction. Delta G is negative in a particular direction, that indicates in that direction reaction is spontaneous. Such an information, such an exclusive study and the factors dependent on delta G and overall all other things are discussed in the thermodynamics. And the second half, that is chemical kinetics, which deals about the speed of chemical reaction and the factors affecting on the speed of chemical reaction, followed by, with this information we can also withdraw the mechanism associated with the chemical transformation. The definition of chemical kinetics can be given by the branch of physical chemistry which deals with the speed of reaction, that is rate, followed by the factors affecting on the rate of reaction, and the mechanism associated with the reaction is said to be the chemical kinetics. Now we will discuss the validity of chemical kinetics for the different varieties of chemical transformations. On behalf of the speed, for which variety of speed containing reactions this chemical kinetics is applicable, have a discussion. Types of reactions. On behalf of the speed, by taking speed as reference, chemical transformations are divided into categories. Certain reactions are going to be completed within fractions of seconds. Within less than seconds, reactions are completed. Such kind of reactions are said to be very speed reactions, high rate containing reactions, instantaneous reactions. Generally, ionic reactions maintains highest speed. Neutralization reactions are also consisting of the ions like cations and the anions. Sodium hydroxide plus HCl gives sodium chloride and water. In these, the speed of reaction is very high. Within seconds, reaction is completed. Silver nitrate on reaction with sodium chloride, it is converted to a black color PPT of silver chloride formation instantaneously. Such kind of reactions are said to be the instantaneous, high speed and completed within seconds, less than seconds containing reactions. There is some other end of the reactions where the time required for the completion of chemical transformation is very high. That's what we can say. These are having very low rate, hence it is slow reaction. Suppose hydrogen and the oxygen present in the atmosphere combines and leads to the formation of water molecules. That is years time taking process. Similarly, ferrous on reaction with the oxygen followed by the moisture, ferric oxide, rust formation takes place. This is also years taking process. Thus, these reactions are very slow reactions, and the other end very speed reactions. In between them, not within seconds, not within years, not within days, a minimum time based completement of the reaction containing reactions are there, and those are said to be the moderate speed containing reactions. Let us see here water and the hydrogen and the chlorine combines and leads to the formation of HCl. Similarly, acid and the alcohol combination to lead the formation of the ester is also a reaction where reaction is completed within hours, reaction is completed within minutes. Such kind of reactions where speed is not very high, speed is not very low, such kind of reactions are said to be the moderate reactions or moderate rate containing reactions, moderate speed containing reactions. Our chemical kinetics, that is basic chemical kinetics, is not applied for the instantaneous reactions, not applied for the very slow reactions. It is applied for the moderate speed containing reactions, because monitoring of the reaction with this high rate under normal laboratory conditions becomes difficult. With this very low rate, the study of the reaction becomes very difficult. So therefore, the chemical kinetics, the basic chemical kinetics is applicable for the moderate rate, moderate speed associated chemical transformations. Thus chemical kinetics is neither applied for the instantaneous reactions nor for the very slow reactions. It is applied for the moderate speed, moderate rate associated chemical transformations. Then the next question arises, then what is rate? That is speed of reaction, and how to measure the rate or the speed of reaction. For example, a simple reaction, that is one reactant is converted to one product, R is converted to P. While reaction is occurring, while reaction is progressing towards the product, at some time T1, the information related to the participants of the reaction, and after a some time gap, at some other time T2, the information related to the all the components or the participants of the chemical transformation in terms of concentration. R is reactant, reactant concentration is maintained, it is having some concentration, while the reaction is goes on proceeding, its concentration is decreasing because it is transformed to product. Some amount of starting material is converted to product. Thus, as time proceeds, the concentration of reactants is goes on decreasing and the concentration of product is goes on increasing. Thus, at a time T1 we are expecting the concentrations of the reactant as R1, and at a time T2 we are expecting the concentrations of reactant as R2. Whereas, as we said, otherwise, as we know, as the time proceeds, some amount of reactant is always transformed into the product. So, therefore, R1 initial concentration or any beginning concentration is higher compared to the other concentrations. So, therefore, R1 is greater than R2. Whereas, in case of the product, as time proceeds, in the beginning it is 0, as time proceeds, the formation of P takes place, and the more time proceeds, more amount of formation of P takes place. So therefore product concentration at T1 is P1 and at T2 is P2. So therefore the concentration relation of products is P1 is lesser than the P2. Now we will go for rate. Then what rate stands for? Then how to mathematically understand the meaning of the rate? Rate, the change in concentration for time is said to be the rate and is calculated with respect to every component of the reaction. Let us go for the calculation of rate of the simplest reaction, that is R is converted to P. Thus, rate gives the information about the change in concentration for unit time. For a particular time gap, how much amount of concentration difference occurs in case of the reactants and in case of the product. Such an information is mathematically provided by the rate, which is known as speed of reaction. That is, per second, how much concentration is participated in the transformation with respect to the reactant. Per second, how much amount of product formation occurs with respect to the product. Such an information is said to be the rate of reaction. Yes, for going for the rate of reaction, concentration is generally represented in terms of square brackets. Within the square brackets, if we keep the corresponding component of the chemical transformation, if it is reactant, we will keep it as R. If it is product, generally we will keep it as P. Whereas if it is a specific component, that component, suppose ammonia, NH3 is written. Whereas change in concentration of the reactant, change is indicated by delta. For the simplest reaction, that reactant is R, that is change in concentration of R, that is indicated by final concentration minus initial concentration. Similarly, change in concentration of the product, that is indicated by delta P, that is equal to final concentration of the product minus initial concentration of the product. Change in time, delta T, which is equal to final time minus initial time. As we said in the beginning, whereas the final concentration R2 to T2 time is smaller compared to the initial time, hence this quantity is a negative quantity, whereas the final product concentration minus initial product concentration as being the final is higher, it is a positive quantity, whereas time difference final time minus initial time is also always a positive quantity. Now let us go for the rate, that is with respect to the reactant with respect to the product. Rate of disappearance of reactant can be given by decrease in concentration of reactant by time taken, that is delta R by delta concentration R divided by delta T, whereas rate of formation of product can be given by increase in concentration of product by time taken, that is delta concentration P divided by delta T. Hence mathematically the rate which is equal to change in concentration for time of the components, which is equal to delta R by delta T, and which is equal to delta P by delta T. Whereas as we know from the beginning, delta R with respect to the time is goes on decreasing, R is goes on decreasing, implies delta R final concentration minus initial concentration is a negative quantity, it comes as negative, and whereas this comes as positive. But rate is a quantity for the study, the sign convention of negative is not having any kind of meaning, as being this value is negative. To read this one in a specific version, in a simplest version, we are making that one with the negative sign, so therefore negative of negative will become a quantity studied in terms of positive terms. So therefore rate is equal to change in concentration for time of components, that is with respect to the reactant that will becomes equal to minus dr by dt, and with respect to the products that will becomes equal to plus, no need to mention that one, that will becomes equal to plus delta P by delta T. Units for the rate. Rate is consisting two important things, one is change in concentration and second one is change in time. Change in concentration is also a concentration, change in time is also time. So therefore the concentration units generally used for the liquid system are moles per liter, whereas if it is gaseous system the concentration is generally measured in atmospheres. In the same way, time generally measured in hours, minutes, whereas seconds, a second is the important one. So therefore the units of rate for the liquid system, change in concentration, that is moles per liter, for time, so therefore for time is present, that is moles per liters per time. Generally the time is taken in terms of seconds, hence it is moles per liters per second. Similarly, if it is a gaseous system, then in that case the units are atmospheres per time, that is atmospheres per second are the normal, general, regular units used for the measurement of the speed of reaction, which is known as rate of reaction. Yes, rate relation or the rate relations in between the components. Let us consider a simple reaction. Nitrogen and oxygen combines and that leads to the formation of nitric oxide, NO. Whereas the consumption number of moles, if I consider 1 mole of nitrogen versus 1 mole of oxygen consumption takes place. As a result, it is forming 2 moles of nitric oxide. So the rate is measured in terms of change in concentration. If 1 mole change occurs here, 1 mole change occurs here, here the product formation occurs with the 2 moles. Thus rate with respect to nitrogen, change in concentration of nitrogen by change in time. Rate with respect to oxygen, change in concentration of oxygen by change in time. Rate with respect to nitric oxide, change in concentration of nitric oxide by change in time. But whereas this rate appears to be double compared to this rate as per the moles information is concerned, then mathematically how these things are related is, yes, here rate equal to, what is the coefficient here? 1 is the coefficient, that is 1 by 1 times of d N2 by dt will becomes equal to dO2 by dt will becomes equal to 1 by 2 times of dNO by dt. Thus, half of this rate will becomes equal to rate with respect to oxygen. Half of rate of NO is becomes equal to rate with respect to nitrogen. Thus, rates are interrelated. Rate with respect to nitrogen, rate with respect to oxygen, rate with respect to NO can be calculated, and the interrelation is reciprocal of the coefficients present in the stoichiometric balanced equation will make the interrelation of the rates. Suppose there is a chemical transformation, that is carbon monoxide and oxygen combination leads to the formation of carbon dioxide. On balancing, 2 molecules of carbon monoxide plus 1 oxygen gives 2 molecules of carbon dioxide. Whereas the rate, we know how to calculate rate with respect to carbon monoxide, change in concentration of carbon monoxide by time. Change in concentration of oxygen by time is rate with respect to oxygen. Change in concentration of carbon dioxide by time is rate with respect to carbon dioxide. Whereas the rate relation is, this is how many times of this carbon monoxide rate is equal to how many times of oxygen. Such kind of relation we want to establish. Here 2 moles are consumed, 1 mole is consumed, here 2 moles are formed. These two rates are same, whereas this rate is half compared to the others two, because for 2 moles of consumption of this, 2 moles of formation of this, but here 1 mole of consumption is occurring. Change in concentration is here small, change in concentration is more, twice here, and it is single times. That relation is like this, that is 1 by 2, half of rate with respect to carbon monoxide is equal to rate with respect to oxygen. Nothing but what? Twice of rate of oxygen will becomes equal to rate with respect to carbon monoxide. Twice of rate of carbon dioxide is equal to rate with respect to twice of rate of oxygen will becomes equal to rate with respect to carbon monoxide. Thus, we can write yes, rate with respect to carbon monoxide is equal to rate with respect to carbon dioxide, which is equal to twice of rate with respect to oxygen. Here we have an equation, that is bromide and the bromide combination takes place. As a result, bromine formation takes place, that is a conproportionation reaction. On balancing, 5Br minus plus BrO3 leads to the formation of 3Br2 followed by water. Rate with respect to the components after leaving water, here 1 by 5 times of, this is rate is change in concentration of Br by change in time is rate with respect to Br. Change in concentrations per change in time, corresponding rates of components can be calculated. Now the rate relation is 1/5 of rate with respect to Br minus, that is 1 molecule of Br. 1 by 1 times of rate with respect to Br minus, that is 1 molecule of BrO3. 1/3, that is 1 molecule of Br2 rate with respect to bromine. Whereas the multiples, if I consider the denominators, this is 5 and this is 3. If I multiply everything with 15, this will becomes equal to what? 3 times of rate with respect to Br minus will becomes equal to 15 times of rate with respect to bromate BrO3 minus equal to 5 times of rate with respect to bromine. Yes, a relation, an equation where more than one components of reactants and products are there. A plus B gives C plus D. After balancing, we came to know that P times of A combines with Q times of B. As a result, R times of C and the S times of D are produced. Now we know the calculation of rate and the sign convention information. Now the rate relation present in such a way that rate relation can be given by 1 by P times of rate with respect to A equal to 1 by q times of rate with respect to B, which is equal to 1 by r times of rate with respect to C equal to 1 by s times of rate with respect to D. And mathematically also, after multiplying the whole quantity with the PQRS, thus it will becomes equal to Q into R into S. QRS times of rate with respect to A equal to PRS times of rate with respect to B is equal to PQS times of rate with respect to C is equal to here PQR times of rate with respect to D. In that way, rate relation is present. This is rate interrelation of one component to the other component without taking sign into consideration. If you take sign also into consideration, reactants are maintaining negative sign and products are maintaining positive sign. But rate is a quantity, to not to make it as negative and positive. We can understand the meaning of rate also. Hence, the simplest relation to remember the rate is reciprocal of coefficient times of rate of component will becomes equal to reciprocal of component of the rate of reaction with respect to the other component. Rate and the basic relations and its basics. Whereas rate, as we defined in the beginning, rate is equal to change in concentration of component by time taken for the change, that is change in time also. Change in concentration is concentration, change in time is time. Hence, for simplicity, we can also understand concentration for time is said to be the rate. This concentration for the liquid components is expressed in terms of moles per liter, whereas for gaseous component it is expressed in terms of atmospheres. Whereas the total rate for the liquid components will becomes equal to moles per liters per time, and for the gaseous components is atmospheres per time, the general unit. Whereas this is moles, moles is concentration. Yes, moles is calculated with the formula, that is weight upon gram molecular weight into 1000 divided by volume in ml. Once again, it is connected with what? The basic property of the substance, that is weight of the substance. Concentration is indirectly linked with the amount of substance participated in the transformation. Though for our easiness we are studying the concentration in terms of moles, but that moles is interrelated with the number of grams and its corresponding molecular weight. So therefore, the change in concentration, that is rates, one of the important part, change in concentration is once again connected with the weight of the substance. Hence, weight is very important, and gram molecular weight of substance is also very important. Similarly, in case of the gaseous systems, once again here atmospheres per time, leave time, we are having atmospheres. From the ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT, whereas the pressure is measured in atmospheres. That pressure which is measured in atmospheres will becomes equal to nRT by V. Whereas N stands for number of moles, weight upon gram molecular weight into RT by V. Whereas if I use R is equal to 0.0821, temperature should be used in Kelvin scale and volume is present in liters. Thus, it is also once again connected with what? Gram molecular weight as well as the weight of the system. Thus, basically for simplicity or for easiness, though we are expressing that one in terms of atmospheres or in terms of moles per liters or in moles for the calculation of rate, indirectly it is linked with, related with its corresponding gram molecular weight as well as the weight of the system, weight of the substance or the component participating in the chemical transformation. Yes, in the formation of ammonia, nitrogen and the hydrogen chemically combines and leads to the formation of ammonia. The balanced equation consisting of 1:3 ratio of nitrogen and the hydrogen gives 2 times ratio of the ammonia, that is 1 nitrogen plus 3 hydrogens gives 2 molecules of ammonia. Here within 10 minutes gap it was observed that 7 grams of nitrogen and 1.5 grams of hydrogen are consumed. As a result, 8.5 grams of ammonia formation taken. Whereas here you are asked to calculate rate with respect to nitrogen, hydrogen and ammonia in terms of grams per minute. Within 1 minute, how many grams of nitrogen is consumed? within 1 minute how many grams of hydrogen is consumed, within 1 minute how many grams of ammonia is produced. That is rate in terms of grams per minute, and you are asked to verify the rate equation, that is whether rate equation is valid or not. And you remember one thing, that rate equation validity is present in terms of concentration units, that is rate is expressed in terms of concentration units, that is moles, not in terms of weights. That particular validity is from the stoichiometric relation, whereas stoichiometric relation stands for the molar relation. Hence rate equation validity is just present for the concentration terms, whether all of them are atmospheres, it is valid, whether all of them are liquid substances, that is concentration moles per liters within the same unit, it is valid. In that way it is valid, it is not for the weight for the time. So you calculate the weight with respect to every particular component in terms of grams per minute, and you are asked to re-verify the rate equation validity, that is in terms of concentrations or in terms of concentrations or in terms of pressures, whether validity is present or not.